Hi, welcome back. In this lesson, we will make a proper texture for this ceramic bowl. Open up the previous Maya file. Now, let's take a look at the display layer, that on your lower right, and shut off the visibility box, that for the breads, flower, clock, goblet, lemons, and blue pot. And then go on top of the menu, find Window, UV Texture Editor. We will see a window pops up. Let's zoom out a little bit. The object's UV set should always stay on the upper right section on the UV editor. Take a look closer. Right-click on your mouse and go to UV. Now, you are able to select UVs. Also make it easy for you to understand UV's location. You can choose to select the whole UV shell by right-click on your mouse and select to shell. Just to let you know, you can move the UV around by using the Maya moving tool. You can use it for edit texture later. Back to the main menu, right-click and select Object Mode. Go to the UV editor, Polygon, UV Snapshot. Browse. Select the file that you're working on and open it. Look for Source Image. Open. UVs. Name your file call bowl_UV. Hit save after you're done. The image size, I will use 1024 by 1024. Keep the aspect ratios on. Color value is black. Image format, I always use Maya TIFF file. Select OK. Now, go to Window, open your document, and find Source Images. Open the UVs folder, and open this file on Photoshop. It looks exactly like what we see in UV Editor. Open the layer in Photoshop. Name it as Layer 0. It's easy for you to edit later. Go to File, Open. Open a file called Bowl Color. You see, this picture that I took have a lot of highlight speck on the plate. That's pretty natural. But we don't want that. We want always look like flat, no speck highlight, because Maya will create its own highlight. I recommend to use Comb tool to comb it off carefully. Or use brush tool. Get a similar color to paint on top of it. If you're good at it, you can edit your own design. Let's close this file for now. I prepare a file that I already combed off all the speck. Open. Look for a file called Bowl Color, no speck. There you go. Open it. I try to comb out all the highlight spot. No need to be perfect. It looks pretty good to me. Now, select Ctrl A and Ctrl C. Go to the Bowl UV file and paste on it, Ctrl V. Move the layer 1 on the bottom. It's for you to resize. Try to fit the size of the UV. I want to keep that blue edge light, so I need to make it smaller. When you're done, double-click inside the selection area to confirm. It looks pretty good to me. Let's make a brand new layer. Move it to the bottom, rename it as Background. Shut off the UV and use the eyedropper. Take a color from the plate. And find a bucket to fill this background color. Let's take a look. This edge created by natural light, when we took a photo and already have it, we don't want that. I suggest you to use a brush tool, take a similar color, and then brush it out gently. It might take some time, but it's totally needed. You don't want that black edge show up in the Maya. After you're done, you want to copy that layer by dragging the layer 1 to a new layer icon. Now the layers duplicate. Turn the UV back on. Use the Move tool. Move it to the next locations. You need to resize a bit. Need to be a little bit more bigger. Looks pretty good now. Double click. Now, shut off the layer. And you see the edge here, it's overlapping. I used the eraser to fix it. We can use it for texture. Go to File, Save it as. Go to the file called Color and rename it as bold_color. I will save it as BMP file. Put Save. I use PC, so I click on Windows and set it as 24 bits and hit OK. Now we're back to Maya again. Let's go to Window. On the upper menu, Window. And let's look for Rendering Editors. Hypershape. On your left-hand side list, select Mental Ray. Select MIA Material X. Change it to the Attribute Editor, that on your right. Select the color icon that select File. Select the file note and select the bold color BMP file. Open it up. Immediately, it shows which texture you are actually using. Select the material. Go to Preset. Find a preset called Glaze Ceramic. Make sure to replace the setting. Now let's move the window a little bit. Select the bowl. Go to Assign Material to Selection. Minimize the window. Make sure to select the main window by clicking on it. Hit 6. You will see the image shows up. You can move around to see if the way you want it or it's good for the camera angle. Now let's go render it. See what we got so far. This image takes around 2 minutes to render. It looks pretty good. Remember, you always can go back to Photoshop to change the texture the way you want, or move the UVs in the UV editor. Let's go to save this file for now. Save Scene As. Let's call Still Life _ bold. Hit Save As when you're done. The next lesson, I will show you how to make a realistic file texture.